मैं चाहूंगा.
I hope I'm audible. Am I?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mishra Sahib, for giving me this opportunity to be here. And also, I'm very thankful to all the distinguished panelists and participants who have spared their time to be with us and listen to our thoughts. First of all, as Mr. Rao has just mentioned, it was a traumatic time for all the industry, more so for dairies, because of the exceptional nature of the type of activity we are engaged in. Unlike the manufacturing or services sector, where you can put a stop to your activity, you can't stop to milk the cow. It has to be milked every day. And that becomes an enormous issue. How to take care of the milk because because of the lockdown, the demand side shrinks suddenly because of the curfews and certain impositions of such in such drastic times. This was really a traumatic time, and I must say that I'm very happy to share with you that the cooperatives led the industry in these times and provided absolutely wonderful support to all the consumers as well as farmers who were attached with us. So, the topic is how we think we are going to come out stronger out of the COVID imposed scenario. Uh, I would like to divide it into two parts. One part is which relates with the dairy farmers. Let me share with you that though it's always a part of a cooperative to take care of the betterment of the yield, improvement in breed, and also clean milk production areas. We participate generally along with the state dairy development department and also the animal husbandry department. But whatever the government does, they might be doing it in a very earnest manner, but their work usually is not quantifiable to the level a cooperative's work is quantifiable. We have a balance sheet, and here, whatever we do is reflected in that balance sheet. And if it comes out positive, we can reasonably say, okay, we worked for quality improvement, and here are the parameters. We can really test it. We work for improvement in yield through AI services and through better farm management, and that is reflected in how a particular person has increased his yield and starts pouring more milk. So it is quantifiable. That's one advantage of a cooperative. And we are trying to build on these strengths. And what we have set out to do is to, after the COVID imposed restrictions have been listened now, so AI services we are concentrating on. Government of India has given us a wonderful program in which there is going to be an accelerated breed improvement program. So five of our unions, catering to more than half the state, is going to be are going to be participating in that, and that is sex sorted semen which they are trying to um, widely distribute to the farmers. So increase in yield, increase in better production with better AI services, better progeny. That's one part, and then uh, we are taking care of milk program because everybody has become very acutely conscious of things like hygiene and also how things are handled in time, how things are even handled during the distribution stage. So COVID has given us time to think about it and also to work on our strength at all these levels throughout this chain. More importantly, we are investing heavily in improvement in technology, upgradation. All the milk plants in Punjab, let me share a happy, happening with you. All the milk plants are seeing projects for technological upgradation and also interventions at all the levels wherever something is required, not only to handle more milk and augment the total handling capacity, but also to improve quality, minimize the human touch wherever it is still required, so that the consumer is always confident that he's getting the most hygienic product and which is very nicely packed and handled. So these are the things which I think ultimately are going to strengthen our hands in improving export, because this is one part in India where we are a bit lacking. We can export agriculture produce because of the peculiar nature of how agriculture produce is handled. But where milk was concerned, there were always certain issues. So across the board, we are having the best quality assessment machinery. FT1s have been installed in all the milk unions. Similarly, even at the grassroots level, at the farm level, testing equipment is being given, provided. Testing strips are being given for free to improve the animal feed. A lot of stress has been laid on the quality in our plants, cattle feed plants, and also to take care of the modern aspects of testing the silage which is being prepared. Uh, we are giving free silage testing facility now to any farmer who can just bring his silage, and we'll test it for him. So these are the things which we were trying to do in improvement of quality. So that whatever products we push ultimately stand the test of time and can be safely consumed by all the consumers. PL Verma ji has kindly consented to participate in our seminar. Uh, I was referring to the commitment by which we stood and helped the farmers in picking up their milk during their tough times after the imposition of COVID curfew. The figures tell everything. 17 to 18% increase we witnessed, even though the demand was suppressed. And it is continuing, and the trust of the farmers in the organization has been cemented. Even those farmers who used to go away and supply to various other organizations during summer months, they have refused to do so. And the proof of the fact is that even after 1 year, and when the COVID situation is quite normal in Punjab now, we are still witnessing 4% over and above the 17-18% which we witnessed last year. So that means the farmer has reposed his trust in the organization and their bond with us has been cemented. This is one part which, like you gave the topic, how we will come out stronger. So to take the extra milk, we are augmenting our capacities, improving technologically everything where all the production lines are functioning, and also making improvements and drawing up plans to augment the capacity of all the milk plants, either for better quality products or for handling more milk. Uh, Another factor which lies as proof is that in Dahi, for example, we are witnessing 55% increase this year. In lassi, it is 31%. In UHT, it was 89% last year and 63% over and above that this year. So this is and in ice cream 111%. So these give us confidence that people are looking at the cooperatives as organizations which give them quality, which stand by them during difficult times. That means they are reposing faith not only in quality, but we've also been able to strengthen our distribution channels and the connect with the masses. Apart from having a better connect with the consumers, I'm feeling that there is a better connect with the government as well. The government is appreciating the efforts which were made during the COVID imposed lockdown. Let me share with you that at that time, Mr. Rajiv at the outset had mentioned that we are procuring around at India level 10% of the milk which is marketable surplus. But the impact of the presence of cooperatives is much beyond that. We determine the price that our dairy farmer gets in the state. We take the lead in that, and others have to follow. Otherwise, the by the very virtue of private enterprise, I don't want to criticize anybody. I mean, they have to take care of the balance sheets. They can very easily slip away or curtail the procurement of preparations when the times are tough. But we are not going to do that, and we've given the nation a proof of that. And I think that the government is also thinking in those terms. And with the new Ministry of Cooperation, Independent Ministry of Cooperation, the hands of cooperatives will be strengthened practically, because obviously our concerns and our problems and our strengths will be shared on one-to-one basis with the honorable ministers. So there are certain new initiatives which we are taking. I'll just take a short while. Sweets and yogurt and mozzarella, all these things are in the pipeline, which are going to be out in the coming 2-3 months. We are rolling them out. Similarly, the one thing which I wanted to point out, I think it should be of concern to other states which are following in the footsteps of what we have been able to do here. In Punjab, 25% of the milk production is now in the commercial dairy farmers. So that means those are big farms, those technologically very, I mean, well-equipped farms. But the downside is, the flip side is, such farms, when they supply milk to us, we can't shut our doors to them because they'll be destroyed. A farmer who's just having one or two cows has some 5 or 6 average kg milk which he pours to a cooperative society. He can manage that much milk, but nobody can be expected to manage 2,000 liters or 3,000 liters or 4,000 liters. That means the presence of cooperatives in times to come will become even more relevant, because they'll be there to cater to the needs of those big commercial farmers. And that type of technology is required to take dairy to a different level, where we can not only be able to feed our burgeoning population, and with the increase in incomes, the milk is definitely going to be even more sought after commodity, but also open the channels for export. So these were the few things which I wanted to share with you. And true to what Mr. Rajiv had mentioned at the outset, our turnover has increased 15%, whereas most of the private sector plants were, they had curtailed their operations. And we expect a further increase of turnover this time. And I hope that we'll be able to serve the farmers and also the consumers with not only improved infrastructure for production, but also improving the back end and the forward, distribution lines. I think because of the uh, longer time taken by me, I should curtail at this point. And thank you very much, Mr. Mishra, once again. And also, thank you very much to all the panelists and the participants for listening to us. Thank you.